Hi, good evening. I'm Dr. Lai. Okay, today will be the third lesson of calculus application. Okay, let me show you screen share first. All right, before we do the application, the first thing I have to do is make you understand what is the minimum and maximum in a quadratic equation. All right, so for example, we have a quadratic equation for quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is meaning degree 2, all right, would be in the format of below. Y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c squared. Okay, I told you that in front of the unknown, this 2 is called coefficient, right? Remember the term of mathematics, coefficient. All right, and the C is the constant. Let me make it different color, okay? This is the constant in mathematics, constant. All right, so to understand this quadratic equation, I like to make something fun to remember the key concept, okay? I create this happy face and sad face and let you remember what happened to it, all right? What happened to the key concept of the minima and maxima, minimum and maximum, all right? So let's look at this beautiful A, okay? This A is design things. If the A is positive, so what would you do when you are positive? Like me, look at me. What will I do when I stay positive? Hmm? Look at my face. Right, you're right. I'm smiling. I'm happy. My mouth come up. All right. So this is me, Dr. Vivian, and I'm so positive. So what happened to my mouth? My mouth is up, right? Okay. So remember that. So when your mouth is up, let's make it another color. Okay. This is represent my happy mouth. So what happened to me? Look at here, right here. I have a minimum. Okay, the lowest point is called minimum. Minimum. All right. Now you remember. How do you remember, right? We look at the A. If the A is positive, Dr. Lai is smiling and my mouth is like that. And then you will see the parabola. Okay, this shape is called parabola. All right. It is upward. Okay, so I have a minimum right here. All right. So now we have another option. It is I got something unhappy happen in my life, and I can't cope with my emotion. And then what will happen to me? I'm so negative. When I'm negative, what will happen? Okay, so the A is me. All right, Dr. Lai. So the A is negative, unhappy, negative, emotional, negative. When I'm being emotional, what will happen to me? This is me, negative, so negative, crying. And then what happened to my mouth? Literally, down, very ugly, right? So it will be like that. Let me use this color. Say it's my mouth. I have a downward parabola. What's my mouth? So unhappy. So what do I have then? I have the top point of the parabola. So we call it maximum. All right, maximum. Let me write it nicely for you. all right? I have a maximum there, okay, when I'm unhappy, all right? Do you remember how to memorize what is the minimum and the maximum? Okay, think about me, then you will understand. If I'm not happy, my mouth so ugly. Even myself, I cannot bear it. So I have a maxima. Okay. So in mathematics, let me move up. Okay. So sometimes we will say the minimum and the maximum is the optimum point. All right. So if someone say ask you to find the optimum, it means two things: either the minimum or the maximum. Oh, it has the space for it. Right, we can do it. All right. Or sometimes the maximum and the minimum in calculus, they like to say is turning point. Turning points. Okay, it means the same. It's the maximum. Maximum and the minimum point. Minimum. All right. Where the point right here going to turn. Where the point right here going to turn down. All right. So it's a turning point. And sometimes they don't call it turning point. They call it stationary point. Why? In here, station, not move, right there. All right. Again, stationary point. Just different question. They love to use different name to check whether you know the name. If you don't, you can't solve the question. So sometimes you need to know the keyword, they have different name on it. All right. So another name of it is stationary point. They means the same. All right. The turning point, stationary point means the same. Just got to remember it. All right. Spend a little time, memorize the key concept. Then you will know how to solve the question. I already empower you with the concept of power rule, derivative of power rule, and derivative of constant. Okay, the constant rule. I told you already for IGCSE for the higher tier is only testing you for when you're doing the derivative, asking you differentiate the question only with power rule and constant rule, no more than that. If you want more, go to A level. After this IGCSE, I will teach you something more advanced for calculus or even integration, that is A level, okay? Sometimes when we want to be able to apply something, you have to spend some time to memorize the key concept. I already make it very fun, very easy for you to memorize. Just only a page and then the key concept all there. So spend some time first, memorize it first. Okay? Maybe 10 minutes when you understand and then memorize it. Okay? So then we can move on to do the actual IGCSE derivative question. Okay? Now, I assuming you're very smart, you right away memorize it, and also because I make things very simple, very fun for you to memorize, you should be okay, right? Let's move on. Okay. Remember, this is a quadratic equation, okay? It must be in the form of y equal to ax squared. Degree 2 is a quadratic equation. Y equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Just memorize it, okay? So now, IGCSE question. Higher tier, only higher tier have calculus. Example, a curve has equation y equal to x squared minus 4x plus 1. And part A question asking you, find this curve. Sorry, for this curve, find what? I dy dx. Wow. See, that's what I taught you in the first lecture and the second lecture of calculus, derivative, the power rule, and the constant rule. Right? I told you just test you this. So let's do it. I pause it, let you do it. Okay? Please, have a go. Try. 1 minute. Finish it. All right? So already solved, right? So the way for doing it, please follow my step of working. First, write down the question first. This is the solution, pink color, all right? So x to the second power minus 4x plus 1. Doing the derivative, dy dx equal to, what is it? Tell me. Power rule. Okay, remember, power rule. What is it? X to the n power derivative equal to nx to the n minus 1 power. This is power rule, right? And the second rule, what is it? Second rule is constant rule. What is constant rule? Okay, derivative of a constant equal to 0. That is only these two things you will be testing in IGCSE for the derivative, the very simple two rule. Okay, so let's do it. So throw this way in front, throw the 2 in front, and then the index minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. We don't write it. I told you we don't write the 1. Okay, we are done with the first one. Okay, first term is done. And now take another color, the second one. Okay, I told you if it's degree 1, what you do when you do derivative, just throw away the variable. So leaving the coefficient there. So negative 4, right? And then the last one, a number, meaning what in mathematics? Constant. All right, derivative of constant, what is it? 0. So we just don't write a 0. We won't say past 0. Something is not wasting your time to do it. Okay, just 0, ignore it. So this would be your answer. Now you finish. When you write this, you already got full mark in your exam. You're done. So your final answer is 2x minus 4. You get it, right? Your answer is the same as mine, right? Yeah, great, fantastic. All right, so we have solved the first part of the IGCSE actual exam question. Is that easy? That easy, and you did it. Congratulations. Now, let's do the second one. This is the first part. Okay, let's go for the second part. I erase it, okay? You can look back the answer, okay? You can write it down and look back the answer because I need space to write things, okay? That's why I need to erase. Okay, the second part, they are asking you to find what? Find the coordinates of the turning point. Right? Remember what I said? What is the turning point? Right? Okay. When I'm happy, my mouth is like that. So my turning point is here. Right? And when I'm unhappy, my mouth is so ugly. So my turning point would be here. Right? So those points I call, what is the name? Can you tell me? Turning point or stationary point, you're right. All right? Some name you have to remember to show you are smart. You know mathematics, you know calculus. With a little effort to remember. I already gave you the minimum. Make things very simple. I told you I like to make something, make lesson very simple, teaching lesson very simple for you. So you actually don't remember so much thing when you follow my lesson. All right. So I gave you the key, the code to remember it, and then make you be able to score A or even A star. Okay. Now no A star in IGCSE 9. All right. Follow me. Just follow me. Okay. Okay. Now, so what would we do? All right. We know that the last time our answer, what is it? Our derivative answer. dy dx, what is it? Our dy dx is 2x minus 4. Okay. There is a key concept, the turning point. When at the point of turning point, okay? At the turning point here. This concept is very important. Okay. I erase here to get more space. At the turning point, your dy dx would be equal to 0. Please remember this, okay? Without this knowledge, you cannot solve the question, okay? So to solve this question, simply very easy, all right? Easy. So say at turning point, state it to make things clear, present clear. dy dx would be equal to 0. Okay, so remember this is our answer for our last question. We already done the derivative. Our derivative is 2x minus 4, right? So, so we know that we have dy over dx is equal to 2x minus 4. So we set it equal to 0 because at the turning point, I erase this. Okay, already put the answer. Because we know that at the turning point, dy dx equal to 0, right? So, okay. So you could just really, this is the thing that, the key thing you need to remember. So you could say at turning point, you can put it in front of here, it's look better, okay? At turning point, dy dx equal to 0, comma, and then you start with 0. So 2x minus 4. I boxed the thing, that means you don't have to write it. I just want to remember, let you remember the key thing for doing things. When I box something, that means you don't. All right, this is the key concept for you to understand it. All right, this is the working out. With this working out, you are totally fine. All right, so move this one to the other side, transpose. When we move from one side of the equation to another side of the equation, in English, we say transpose, okay? We transpose the thing to the other side. So I have 4 equal to 2x. Okay, no space. So I move my working here. You're supposed to go down to show your work, okay? But I have no space. You see, it's the end of my screen. So I move it right here. So my x would be, and then I move, transpose this to the other side, times become divided. So 4 over 2. So my x would be equal to 2. Let me put it nicely. My x would be equal to 2. Okay, once I have X, then what I have to do? I have to find a Y. I already know the X, then I need to find a Y, right? Wow, this is a little tough. I need to write it small now. Okay, so you know what do I have? I have this equation, right? So y would be equal to, I just sub this 2 into this equation. Q to the second power, whenever you see x, and then you put the 2 in there. Plus, there is a minus, sorry about it. Minus 4, and then your x is here. Put the 2 into the x position. 2, and then plus 1. So what do I have? Press your calculator. Very simple. You got a nice calculator beside you, right? Or mentally calculate. What is your answer? -3. Okay? So now I have no space again. Can I steal some space up right here? Yes, I can. All right. So, and say, therefore, the coordinate let's make it nicely. Coordinates of the turning point. Let me need more space. Okay, so this one I have moved here is okay in the coordinate. So is what is it? X is 2. Okay, and then y is -3. So this would be your answer. All right. So where is your answer? This one, this one, this one would be your answer. Okay. You just do this one. Right here. This is your answer. Okay. So you're done with this question. So you got full mark for it. So that's it. That is the IGCSE high tier question. One of the question type is just like that. All right. Um, I after this, I will explain to you more about the concept. I'm assuming you should understand what it means by coordinate. If you don't, then I will explain to you soon. All right? Please have a look of it. Give yourself some time to digest the information that I told you. All right? When you understand, write down the question and do it yourself. Okay? Do it one time. All right. So now, let's stop it. Let's go for next concept. But let me give you a little concept of the mathematics. All right. I'm quite worried that you don't even know what is the word coordinate. So I will do explanation for you. Okay. So we have XY. When we do the coordinate plane, we have to do that. And then we have a 0. Okay. And then, for example, this point right here. Your x-axis, this is called x-axis, okay? This axis is x-axis, is 2. And your y-axis, this axis is called y-axis, okay? Your y-axis is 1, let's say, okay? So what is your coordinate of this point? This point, the coordinate is 2 and 1, okay? When you write coordinate, you have to go in this format. X has to go first and then Y. Okay? It's a must in that way. Please don't put the Y first and then say, my coordinate of this point is, and then you say, I saw some kid like to do that. Okay? This coordinate is 1, 2. Wow, completely wrong. You can't put the Y first. You have to, whenever you write the coordinate, you have to put the X come first. X coordinate, then Y coordinate. So remember, this thing is wrong. From now on, you're a very smart student. So whenever you see your friend, even they are at school, say, "Oh, I'm great. I'm very great. I'm a very expensive school or whatever." When you see their mistake, point out to them. Say, "This is wrong. You have to put the X first, not put the Y thing come first." Okay, you can point out their mistake. All right. So remember, whenever you write the coordinate, put the X first and then the Y. Right. That is the concept of coordinate. And okay. And another part they would like to ask you, okay? This is the concept of the coordinate that I explained to you, okay? So next part of the question, the first question that I told you, next part, the before part, they asking you to stay. This is belong to the B part of the question, not finished yet, okay? Stay, whether the turning point is a maximum or minimum. Okay, minimum. I told you how to classify maximum and minimum. You know that, right? You still remember, right? Okay, smart boy, then tell me. Okay, look at my mouth. And first thing, you have to look at the equation, the quadratic equation. Let me write the quadratic equation for you. Again, okay, I need to delete this. Now, assuming you understand what is coordinate, let me delete it. Okay, let's go back to our original curve of the equation. Remember, we said we have a curve, the equation, the original question. A curve has equation y equal to x squared minus 4x plus 1. So remember what I said? Look at where. This is a quadratic equation. Degree 2 is a quadratic equation. The standard quadratic equation in the standard form is y equal to 8x squared minus 4x, y minus bx plus bx, sorry, plus bx plus c, okay? So the coefficient of x squared in here, look at the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient, look for the coefficient. Coefficient is positive or negative? It is positive because it's 1. When I don't say anything, right here, it is 1. This is actually equal to, let me show you, 1 times x squared. Okay, 1x squared. But please don't do that. All right, I told you, mathematics also have their way of doing things. Please don't put 1x squared. It's ugly. When I see it, I immediately know you don't know math. Okay, you really don't know math, so don't do it. Okay, we just say x squared. So we know that the coefficient in front, it is 1. 1 is a positive 1, so positive number. So what does it mean? Me, look at me. I'm so positive. I like smile. I like being positive. Even I have something unhappy in my life, it doesn't matter. Cannot beat me because I like to be positive. Positive in me beat those negative emotion, negative life obstacle. Keep them away. Stay positive. Stay happy. Then you will have the positive power to drive your life to direction, to good direction. If you let your negativity stay with you, it just pull your life down, pull your study down. So remember, always stay positive. Okay, so here you are positive. Me, so positive. So what happened to my mouth when I'm positive? Exaggerate. I have a really upward parabola. So let me use this one again. Right? So what do I have? Do I have a maxima or do I have a minima? Look at the parabola. You can see it, you can feel it, okay? So right here, it's done, that means the minimum. So I have a minimum. Minimum, okay? Sometimes they call it minimum. It's the same thing. Have a minimum. So right here, what is your answer? Your answer is just minimum. Okay, a minimum. Done. The turning point is a minimum, right? Or if you want to write it nicely in a full sentence, the turning point is a minimum. Done. Completely done. You solved the whole question. Fantastic. All right. Do you understand? If not understand, just watch it again. All right. Until you understand and then move on to next question. Okay. Maybe I will do one more. I actually enjoy making video for you. I will have a meeting at 1 a.m. Okay. So I have a little time. And I'm so happy that my daughter is very independent. She's 16. She's at university here too, but she's totally independent. After I went into the uni, since day two, she takes care of everything herself. Her study, select subject, everything. Because why? I train her to be independent during the 4 years of homeschooling. So homeschooler, homeschool educator, independent in your study is very important. You don't want your mom to be tired all the time, right? So take responsibility. And homeschool educator, you don't want to look after your kid along the way for 10 years, 20 years, or whatever. So delegation, delegate your responsibility to your smart homeschooler little by little. All right. Then you will feel very comfortable. Like me, have my own private time for doing things. And I don't need to take care of my daughter because she responsible for her own duty, life, study, everything. She takes care very well. So I don't have to worry. Okay. So being independent is very important. Besides positive energy, independent. All right. Now I want to do one more question to show you. All right. Another IGCSE high tier exam question. Okay. So let's say question number 2. Okay. Example number 2. So for the curve with equation y equal to 4x. This time is cube. Okay, it's a cubic equation. Cube minus 2x plus 5. And then the I part is 5 dy dx. Right, this is the question. Okay, so have a go. Give you 1 minute, have a go. Do the dy dx. Okay. Soon, 1 minute going so fast. All right, it's my turn to show you. I will use pink color to show you. Okay, so pink color is working out. Follow my working out. Okay, the way how you present your question in the IGCSE exam is very important. All right, if right now you don't know how, follow my way. I guide you for getting the 9. All right, the top score in your exam. So follow it. So write down the question first. And then doing the dy dx. Remember what are we going to do? We throw this index in front. Okay, we do this term first. Okay, throw it in front. 3 times 4 is 12 x. And then what happened? The index minus 1. So it's 2. Okay, now go to next term. I love colors, I told you. I love colorful things, and I love using color, different kind of color pen to teach my daughter. When in the past, I really have a pencil case full with different color pens. So when I teach different important key point, I use different color, and my daughter love it. She's so happy. Mom, this is color. I love this color. This is good. And this makes me, the colorful thing makes me to understand the key concept very easily. So use that with school educator. Use the color pen. Kids like it. All right. So now I go for next one. Okay, this part. So what happened? If this is degree 1, what happened? Throw away the x when you're doing the derivative. Leave the coefficient there. That actually is your answer. So minus 2. Okay, the last term. What happened to the constant? All right, the last term is a constant. So derivative of a constant, where is it? 0. Smart. Right. We need to write down the 0 there? No, we don't. So actually, this is your answer of derivative. Okay, you're done with the first part. Okay, let's go for the second part. So for the, I put the second part right here, maybe different color. Green, okay. So I'm asking you find the coordinate. Okay, coordinate. I was just looking for the time because I told you 1 a.m. I have a meeting, okay? So I have to monitor the time. Okay, find the coordinate of the 2 points. This time have 2 points. Why you have 2 points? Because your curve is a cubit. I will explain to you later. Okay, 2 points on the curve where the gradients of the curve is 1. Okay, the gradient is 1. So here has a key word there. Gradients. What do you mean by gradients? You have a line, and how steep is this line is the gradient, right? But in here, the gradient actually is your derivative. Okay, it's your derivative. Remember this one. It's actually your dy dx. Okay, let me circle it. So that is the key point. Okay, so we know that we have this answer as our answer, right? Let me change it to be the blue color. The blue color is the answer. So we have dy, the solution, okay? Dy dx equal to 12x squared minus 2. That is our answer of dy dx, right? And according to the question, it say the gradient is 1. What does it mean? That means the dy dx is 1. So very easy. erase it, and put a 1 right here. Because the dy dx is the gradient, all right? So after you're doing derivative, and actually the derivative is the gradient of the point, all right? Touching tangent on the point, all right? So move, transpose this one. This is basic equation, okay? Transpose this one, go to the other side. So 1 plus 2 is 3, so 12x squared. So x squared would be, transpose this one. I told you from one side of the equation, go to the other side, travel to the other side. The word is called transpose in mathematics. All right, use the right word when you're doing English. I write it down for you. When you're doing mathematics, transpose. All right, transpose it. This is the E. Make it beautiful. Okay, transpose to the other side. So you have 3 over 12. Right? Okay, and then in order to finish this square, what we do, we just, to finish the square, we square root the other side. All right, then here the square is gone. To finish it, these two is cancel out with each other. Okay, so then we have 3 over 12. I don't write 3 over 12 anymore. Okay, but okay, do one more. Okay, 3 over 12. Okay, and then you're supposed to go on down below, but unfortunately, I don't have space. Okay, so what am I going to do? I put it here. You should put it down below, okay, to make a very clear presentation. I put it right here. So, another thing, very important, you need to have the positive and negative when you're doing the even root. This is even, right? Even root, you have the positive, negative, because I will explain to you later. When this is even power, you need to put a positive, negative there, okay? This is an even power. Right, you know what is even number, right? If you don't, I explain again. Next one, okay, next page. So here, right? So I have positive, negative. You press your calculator, you will know what is it, okay? So, what is it? You will eventually have 0.4, 1 over 4. But here is 1 over 4 is 0.5, okay? So you will have positive, negative 0.5. Right, positive, negative 0.5. Oh, I really need to have some more space right here. Let me present it nicely for you. Right here. Okay. So right, I will do the presentation nicely. Let you understand that should not go on falling. Okay, so I have x equal to positive, negative 0.5. But what does this mean? That means actually it's the same as x equal to 0.5, x equal to negative 0.5. You pass your calculator, you get the answer. Okay. So because I need to find the coordinate, right? I need to find the coordinate. They want you to get the coordinate. So what happened to it? You have to put in here to get the other coordinate. You only have x coordinate. You need the y coordinate as well. You need the y in order to form the coordinate as well. All right. So put in here. So y would be equal to not much space. I'm going to make it squeeze together. All right. So put in right here. Okay. Put this 0.5 right here. Okay. Whenever you see x, put it in. So I have 4, 0.5 cube, and then minus 2, 0.5 plus 5. So you press your calculator, and then you will have 4.5. Okay, and then let me move here a little bit. I have another answer, x equal to negative 0.5. So the y would be, again, 4, and put it in right here. Okay, whenever you see x, put it in this equation. I make a tick for you. Right here. Okay, so whenever you see x, you just put your x value into it. Okay, so you have negative 0.5, and then is cube power, and then minus 2, negative 0.5, and then plus 5. Okay, let me make this one smaller so it's easy for you. Remember, we done here and then we move to here. Okay, so and your y will be equal to what? Press your calculator. You have a calculator. Okay, don't need to use mental power. Use calculator. Key in all the number and then immediately get your answer. In the exam, we compete in terms of timing and accuracy. So you have a good calculator. You're allowed to bring in good calculator into the IGCSE exam. The calculator in the exam is just like your weapon in a battle. With a good calculator, you will do things very fast. So get your answer, press it. Okay, you will have 5.5. Right, now you have everything. Okay, I want to find something to squeeze the answer in it. All right, so I have to put it right here. Okay, so do I have enough space? Not really. Okay, so I will change to other page. Is it okay? Not okay, right? So I make it stay here. Okay, use a little space. So after this one, okay, so what am I going to do is I steal some space in here. You will see the color. Actually, it's not difficult. You will see the color. Okay, so therefore, the coordinate would be the coordinates. This time we have 2, all right? So R, the first one, remember x go first, then y. Okay, when we present the coordinates, so x is 0.5, y is 4.5, so follow it, 0.5, and then comma, and then 4.5. This is your first coordinate. I hope I have space. The second one, what is it? Negative 0.5 and 5.5. So say negative 0.5, comma, and then 5.5. And then close your bracket. Oh gosh. Oh, this one I can't do it, but I need to erase it. Is the screen not allow me to put to close my bracket. So it's 5. So I have to squeeze it to be small. Okay, that would be your answer. Just mark your answer. Oh gosh. So mark your answer. I don't mark my answer, okay, because no space there. Just not allow me to do it. So, all right, that would be your answer. Therefore, the coordinates are 0.5, comma, 4.5, and the other coordinate is negative 0.5 and 5.5. And that is the answer of this question. All right. It's a little complicated, but it doesn't matter. Okay. If you don't understand right away, we watch it again. And next lesson, I will give you more practical, true IGCSE exam question. Okay. This part is a little tough, so you need to do more practice. Okay. So I don't want to make the lesson too long. When it makes too long, you feel so long. I have to focus so long. So let's pause it. This is actually very tough question for the IGCSE exam. All right, the tough one. Okay, but in 3 lessons, I can bring you to solve the tough one. So you can do it. All right, so today we just stop here. Tomorrow I will go on this topic, give you more example about it. All right, see you next lesson. Bye-bye, homeschool educators, and bye-bye, homeschoolers. Good luck. 加油. Let me close it. Right. And then pause recording.